Great. Hello. Bear with me, trying to get this this good guy. Alright. Am I seeing? What am I seeing? I'm seeing me? Alright, great. So, get those titles. And let's get live here. What do you say? Hello, everyone. And live. And live. And live. All right. Cody Starr, what's happening? Blind Crypto. All right. Everybody jumping on. What's happening? What's happening, guys? Just making sure I've got everything live so we can stream to all of the different outputs. Bear with me, I got like 2 more clicks to go here. Getting better at this technology every time, aren't I? Look at that. All right, great. How's everybody doing? Let's see, where have we got the chat here? Move some things around. Nope. Tried where? Well, good lord. Looks like the chat's sticking on the left today. All right. Well, what's happening? How's everybody doing? Dave, it's not Sam today. Sam will be on again soon, but in case you didn't notice, I'm the other guy. I'm the other less pigmentally gifted than Snay gentleman here. But welcome everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing great. Davey Chinchilla, what's good? It's, oh boy, that threw me for a loop. Greg, I don't know. What's happening, everybody? All right, well, let me just quit saying what's happening over and over, and let's go ahead and jump into it. We've taken a little bit of a dip in the overall market cap since yesterday. We were, I think, about 450 yesterday, dropped back down to a little closer to 430, and that shows in the numbers for across the board. But overall, not terrible. I think a little bit of correction after a run up is normal, and we do still have a pretty good amount of volume coming in overall. Bitcoin dominance down 36%, but that is back up, I believe, is about 32%. So perhaps alt season is waning. But anyway, let's have a look-see, huh? Let me go ahead and pull up Trading View, because I should have had that up already. Maybe I'm not as together as I thought. Whoops. Hold, please. Need to get my live stream presets. There we are. All right. And sorry if I am sniffling a little bit today, guys. I don't know if you're ever getting a pirate hat out of me, OPO, but I think you would be doing yourself a real disservice if you unsubscribed, because we do have some good information coming forth from this here channel. Anyway, all right, guys. So yeah, let's see. Did you guys see Silicon Valley this weekend? I don't know if any of you guys watched that. That show is, I've always been a fan. I love Mike Judge. Hilarious. For so long, you know, I was a fan of Beavis and Butthead when I was a kid. Idiocracy is a great film. Office Space is a great film, and he hits really close to home. He's got a real knack for finding out about the idiosyncrasies and little bits of culture and pointing out what's hilarious about that. And he has succeeded to do so again with Silicon Valley. So at the beginning of the season, if you noticed in the intro, I don't know if you guys watch Game of Thrones, so here's a little bit of tie-in, but at the beginning, you know, Game of Thrones, all in the intro, it shows you what's going to go on in the season, and I hadn't really caught this before, but in the intro for Silicon Valley, and they're going through and showing all the different buildings, if you look down in the bottom, it would be about right here, whoops, here in the screen during the intro, you'll see the Coinbase logo there. And anyway, so they've really talked more and more about cryptocurrency, and in a recent, I hope I'm not, spoiler alert, in a recent episode, Richard had to loan some credits to Monica, and anyway, I was just like, oh, credits in the company, I wonder if they're gonna do crypto. Guilfoyle was talking about mining crypto in the office, and then yeah, this recent episode, they've launched an ICO, which I think is pretty cool. So it's just particularly close to home because I do work at a startup, as you guys may know, and watching Silicon Valley is a little bit surreal. Oh dear, getting a little crazy with the screen here. All right, it's a little bit surreal working in the environment, and now that it's especially getting so far into crypto. Anyway, just something that I noticed in reality that I thought was humorous. All right, let's see what's up, what's happening. Is there nobody watching? We already got an unsubscribe because no pirate hat. Icon, what's good? Good seeing you. And what's happening over here on Twitter? Looks like we got 9 people watching. Well, this is the usual time. Guess I wasn't that entertaining yesterday. Let's see if I got better news today, huh? Yeah, let's do that. So the title of this is "Where's My Stop Loss?" And I wanted to talk about that because over recent times, oftentimes I talk about how, obviously everybody says buy low, sell high, and I talk about often how this here is my general buy range. Everybody can see the numbers on the chart today. Great. My big fat head is in the way. I'll move, trying to lean a little bit here. But I want to say that I actually ended up hitting, I got out of my stop loss at about 97 here. In fact, it was 97.28. Stopped me out of about a quarter of my position, and then I just let that sit out in fiat, and it actually, I got one of my bottom fishing plays happen. It picked up yesterday at 91.28. Unfortunately, now it looks like the market is going to continue to go in that direction, so maybe my move wasn't so slick. However, just wanted to talk about that. That's sort of the way that I'm trying to approach this, is figuring out where I can reacquire the same amount of Bitcoin for less money over time. So I'm hoping for some more positive market momentum, and let's take a look and see how realistic that might be for you and I, or if there are some more opportunities to accumulate through here. If we think, we are still above our downtrend line, so that is good, but it's not a huge amount, and we have retraced quite a bit back to about the center, which is actually not terrible, considering we don't want things to go parabolic, because then they crash, not always, but often. And oh goodness, getting a little crazy with my green screen. So it's actually not terrible that it has corrected to here, but we do see volume starting to wane off, and this is what is known as a bear pennant. Well, maybe not quite. This has got a little more range out of here. It's not quite straight across, but this is the action I would want to keep an eye on to figure out which way it looks like it's going to go, and getting into those smaller time frames. Looks like, yeah, all the volume is starting to wane off, and we are seeing lower highs and somewhat higher lows, but not giving me a lot of confidence that Bitcoin is going to go back in an upward direction. So I might be setting another stop loss at around I don't know, maybe around 9 today, and just seeing how much further down the market's got to go in my strategy to accumulate more. Yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at with it. So I did want to talk about that, and then I have not been setting my stop losses for Litecoin and for ETH, but I wanted to take a look at those things and see, because ETH has been on a heck of a tear lately, and when that happens, it's look at that, already started to retrace a little bit, and you've had a lot of opportunity to make huge gains with ETH compared to Bitcoin in the last 2 weeks. I would say almost a difference of like 20%, if I did my calculations correctly. So, yeah, let's take a look at, well, let's look at it from the most recent support level. And I'm just going to move my fib because I like these pretty colors. And here, my settings. And I want to reverse it. Okay. Oops, I did not want to reverse it. I'm a bad, guys. I'm a bad. There we go. Alright. So, ETH. Well, we had the SEC FUD happening over here. This is what we were taking a look at yesterday. That had dipped down pretty hard. So, again, overall in the long term, you would have had some opportunities to make some swing trades over the last day and change. What are we on hourly time frames? Let's pull that out to the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, look at that. So what do I think is going to happen? I guess let's talk about what's more important. What do I think is going to happen going forward? And let me just extend my lines. Great. ETH volume definitely starting to taper off on the 2 hour. Yep, ETH volume definitely starting to taper off. So as with so many days in a row, as goes Bitcoin, so goes ETH. But boy, look at that. Look at how this just lines up so nicely with the fibs. And look, you know, that's, you scroll all the way back out to the high. It's almost picture perfect. All the way up and back down, you know, rejecting off that fib level, which was at about 756. Again, guys, I am often these are coins. Litecoin is a bag that I'm holding, so I'll look at that for a different reason here in a minute. But ETH and Bitcoin, I would not consider bags that I'm holding. I've been doing well with those overall. So my long-term goal with those is to accumulate more. And so what I'd be looking at here, well, it's coming right up into stop loss territory for me on ETH, and then I'd be looking to pick some more up down here. Give it about a look at that, like a $70 spread, or if we're looking at it in percentages, it's about what, a 5.5% spread. All right. Back to the Sam is not sick. Sam's working on the ICO. Sam is hard at work, and sorry, I'm slouching so much, guys, trying to get this situated here. Sam's not sick. Sam's working on the ICO. You guys have no idea how much it is, how much work it is to get this done. They are both, Sam and Snay, working very heavily on that, and that's actually why they brought me aboard, was so that they could you know, focus more attention on that, and hopefully I'm providing at least a similar amount of value. But yeah, that's why they brought me aboard, was because they knew that was going to be a lot of work. All right, let's see. Russell, y'all keep your coins on exchanges? Some. I have some that I keep in a cold storage. I've got a Trezor. I like a Trezor. We also we have ledgers that we use within the business. I like the ledger. I think I prefer the Trezor. Let me learn to talk. I prefer the Trezor personally, but I might be biased just because it was the first thing I had and became familiar with. But I do like the wallet interface for the Trezor better than the ledger, and I also like the pin operation a little bit better on the Trezor than the ledger. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so stop losses and cold storage aren't a thing. No, unfortunately, cold storage means that your money is off of the exchange, which makes it essentially impossible to be able to set a stop loss. There's nothing available for that I'm aware of now. That would be a pretty nifty invention, but I don't know how you would do it, because having the ability to set a stop loss means somebody's got to hold your private keys. I don't know. Can I shill you a coin under 50 million market cap? Here's what I will do instead, guys. I don't like doing that. I don't buy things necessarily just based on market cap. But if we're talking about, I don't know, for just like a swing trade or an investment, because here's what I would do, and I'm also going to pull my shameless plug here. If you're looking for what coin has got an opportunity to make a bounce play off of, go on over to cryptosomniac.com and look at the RSI, right? You guys know I talk about RSI a lot, specifically with trading, and I use it. It's one of the main indicators that I use when I'm making decisions for trading. Oh wow! Hey, well, while we're on the subject, guys, so I think I've made no bones about the fact that I'm a big Monero fan, and it has dipped quite a bit in recent days. But look at that, RSI down at 23%. So let's jump back over here to TradingView and go have a look at beautiful XMR. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of this delicious kombucha while I'm at it. Pardon me, that wasn't a plug. They pay me no money. I just really like kombucha. In fact, I'm learning how to make my own, which will be even better. All right, let's see. Binance. Monero. Let's have a look, see. Come on there, fella. All right. Whoa, there's the rest of my indicators here. Stand by, please. I need Bollinger Bands. I need MACD. I need RSI. Go. Cool. Sorry guys, I hate it when my indicators get screwed up. I thought I had this all set up for you, but let me just bump these up a little bit, make it easier to see. All right, Monero. Well, that is on a larger time frame over there on Cryptosomniac. That's on on the daily. But yeah, all right. Let's look at that. Yeah, looking super low. Volume tapering off. So let's see what that looks like on smaller numbers. Well, it looks like it does have some more down to go, but as you guys know, as I have made no secret about the fact that I'm a big Monero fan, and look at that. Actually, there's a whole lot of historic support there, and well, support and resistance, in fact. I would say if you are like me, a long-term Monero holder, that is probably one I would look at putting in some buy orders on. Let's look at that on a longer time frame here. Yeah, look at that, guys. So here, let's even do this on a daily time frame just to really get a good feel. So we had from December 20th to January, it traded around that action, you know, within reason. And then again from middle of March all the way through the little pump that started back on 420 417. So a lot of support there. So I would definitely keep an eye. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one. I don't know if it's a buy just yet. I would like to see a little bit more bull volume coming in there, but on the daily, the RSI is super low. And yeah, looks like I don't know, it might be, on the hourly, it might be moving. Nope, yeah, looks like that one's got a little bit further down to come, but definitely Monero is something I'm going to be keeping an eye on strongly over the next several hours. This evening, that I'm going to set myself an alert for that one. Yeah, I think if it's if it stays right around that 2400 level, then I'm probably going to put in a buy order, because I think that's a good position. All right, let's see. I have a ledger, but fast trading with stop losses isn't a thing. Yeah, no. And you're going to pay transaction fees to move your money off and on the exchange, so keep that in mind as well. This is why you should have a trading bag, and you should have your long-term hold. I mean, if you are trying to trade, obviously it's not safe to keep all of your money on an exchange, so I don't keep all of my money on an exchange. I keep a percentage of my holdings on my Trezor, because I'm just going to take the punches there and ride the waves when they happen. Because those would be my longer term holdings, and periodically I'll move more money off of my exchange if I'm making money off of my exchange onto my Trezor. So far I have not had to move money off of my Trezor onto the exchanges yet. And then yeah, like I said, a lot of times I just enter from fiat, go directly to BTC and then send BTC, or I'll do it with Litecoin. Like I said, historically I've done a lot with Litecoin. Enter from fiat into Litecoin, send the money that I want to trade on either Binance, thank you Brain for working, or Bittrex via that, and then trade from there. So yeah, I mostly have moved money onto my ledger as opposed to off, but regardless, you'd have to pay the transaction fees for moving it around anytime, so keep that in mind. All right, so anyway, I guess Monero is a coin everybody knows about, so let's take a look at what else is over here. Bitcoin private, I don't F with it. There we go, here's one. Digix DAO, that is a gold-backed token, so let's have a look at DGD. I think I've already got that on here. That's Digibyte. I did that last time too. Digibyte, DGD. Where the heck is it? Did I delete it? Huh? Must have. Good news is DGD. DGD USD. What? Oh, there we go. Check this out. So here you go, guys. When Bitcoin goes up, DGD goes down, and when DGD is moving in a downward direction, Bitcoin's going up. So this is one you could potentially try to hedge your Bitcoin bets, if you will. So there, if you wanted one that's looking like right now is a good buy, just based on RSI. And let's take a look at MACD. And I'm looking at the daily here, so look at that, starting to move up, 2 hour upward, tapering off on the 1 hour. So yeah, it looks like the whole market's just kind of cooling off a little bit today. Am I playing low SI? No. I'm just looking at the RSI. On the, I don't really, like I said, I don't really make decisions based on anything under than hour candle. I confirm decisions by looking at anything under an hour candle. I keep my stop losses a little bit looser. I mean, it really just depends on what kind of position, Dave. It depends on where I got into the position, and what my goal is, right? So I will generally, especially if it's a short trade, I'm definitely keeping very tight stop losses. But I try to give it enough of a gap so you don't get stopped out, right? Because you don't want to continue to get stopped out. You'll get eaten up in fees as you try to re-enter, unless you're timing the market perfectly, and as we all know, that's basically impossible. What does Snay always say? It's not timing the market, it's time in the market. And that is, you know, that only comes from sitting in front of your computer and paying attention. All right. What else? What else is looking good over here? Komodo. BNB. Do you trade on? Yeah, if you trade on Binance, BNB is looking. Let's take a look at that. There we go. Ah, dang it! I must have that in here. There we go. Ooh, I like that volume. Oh, that's on a nice little pump, isn't it? Let me get that Bitcoin out of here. Although, look at that. Actually, you trading on Binance? As far as what Bitcoin's doing versus USD versus BNB versus BTC, now is a good time to. Yeah, if you've been holding, if you got in on Binance anytime this afternoon. Oh, I'm looking at tiny candles here. Tiny candles again. Yeah, if you're looking for a short swing, and you got in on BNB anytime in the last, well, let's say if you got it at, uh-oh, what happened there? What the heck? Oh, that's weird. Oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, that's bizarre. All right, well, that's I'm gonna kill this indicator and just start it again, or kill the whole chart. Man, why is that acting funky? Weird. Let me get this out of here. All right. Yeah, for a quick swing, I would have said if you got it anyway. Sorry for the long time of no talking. Yeah, if you've been holding it from 14.1, I would take some profit because it looks like right now that is probably going to start dipping. Yep. And if you're looking to pick some up, looks like it's about to come down some more. Retrace a little bit, and let's see what would be a good point for that based on this last breakout. $13.6 to like $13.8. That's where I'd be setting some. That's where I'd be setting some. See if you can catch any wicks. Yeah, volume tapering off. Looks like we've got some bear volume coming in, and RSI starting to curl down on those tiny candles, and getting right back about to center on the larger time frame. So I guess that one's, why is that sitting so crooked in there? Whatever. All right, what else? What else? Nano ETH. All right, let's take a look at that. mean, that's at a very low. That's pretty close to historic all-time low, unfortunately. Um, so unless you're really looking to acquire Nano versus ETH, um, which if that's your long position, then now might be a good time. But oh, man, TradingView's flipping out on me today. I mean, it's almost fully retraced from its last breakout. In fact, it has definitely fully retraced to the very bottom. I don't know. To me, that looks like a good way to. If well, you can get a whole lot of. Looks like a good way to give your ETH away. Is what that looks like to me. All right. What else? Who else? Anybody else? Am I boring you guys today? This is what I get too many days in a row. Let's see. What other fun stuff did I read about in the news today? Look at MACD on BTC for the 4 hour, then the daily. All right. Well, let's look at it on the 4 hour. It's dipping. Looks like we got some that might be about to turn around. Let's look at. Honestly, this is just what I'm gonna need to see the smaller intervals for. So on 4 hour and even on daily. On the daily, that's looking terrible. We've already had a bear cross, and on the 4 hour, it looks like it's trying to correct here on the histogram, but and then on the 2 hour, that's not enough. Waning bear volume. I don't know. I think Bitcoin's got more to come down. I guess I think we might be going back down to test between 84, 88. So that's what I think is probably going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, likely, I would say at this point. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some great news overnight. But I suspect that's probably what's going to happen with Bitcoin in the next 24 hours or so. What else? Man, sleepy day today, huh, guys? Well, what other fun stuff happened in the news? Let's jump on over to that, huh? I did see. I was watching this thing. It was about the. You guys are Redditors. I'm sure some of you guys are Redditors. The CEO of Reddit, co-founder Alexis Ohanian, who is also married to the gorgeous Serena Williams. Anyways, whatever. Was watching this interview with Stephen Colbert, and at the end he started talking about cryptocurrency, and I wondered why. I thought it was pretty humorous. Stephen Colbert goes, "If you try to exchange the blockchain, if you try to explain the blockchain, I will walk off this stage." That was humorous. Anyway, I was like, why is Alexis Ohanian talking about this on Stephen Colbert particularly? And overall, he was talking about what many of us know, the usability of the ability to take your currency with you digitally across borders, et cetera, et cetera. So we're all crypto people. You're preaching to the choir there. But I wondered why he was talking about this on news like this. So I looked into it a little bit, and it looks like actually they put a couple $1 million into DDEX, which is an ERC-20 decentralized exchange. So I don't know too much about this other than I literally found this out this afternoon, started looking into it, never had even heard of this, but distributed ERC-20 exchange with no KYC. So if you are a shady person, no kidding, but if you're tired of dealing with the headaches of KYC and want to get back to being able to trade your crypto freely, this might be one to take a look at. So anyway, pretty interesting. It's one I will certainly be taking a look at because I'm a fan of decentralized exchanges in general. All right, let's see. What is the point of a ledger? Well, Chris, the point of a ledger or a Trezor or any hardware wallet is to make your funds more secure. Here is the difference, right? When your money is on an exchange, it's on a centralized server. Your private keys are protected by essentially one gate, right? So there's one gate, and if somebody gets through that gate, they have access to your private keys. When you have your funds stored on a ledger, they are offline, right? So nobody can hack into them without hacking the blockchain, which is effectively impossible given the current compute power that exists in the world today. That may change with the advent of quantum computers, but that's down the road, at least for now. So nothing. Yeah. Anyway. I just completely lost my train of thought because I was reading in the middle of talking again. I've really got to break my habit of doing that. Do Steemit posts on Moon Lounge on how to get free tokens by becoming a new user on DDEX. Oh, tight. Hey, Sakib. Well, there you go, guys. That's another good reason that you might want to join the Moon Lounge. Jump on over to Cryptosomniac.com, and it's free right now to sign up. You get a 14-day trial. What is the Cryptosomniac advantage, you ask? Well, funny you should mention it. Go to Cryptosomniac.com, click the little rocket right here, and you can sign up. I'm already signed in, and look at that. We've got a brand new weekly analysis by one of our TAs, Amal, who you would have access to via the Moon Lounge. We've got, look at that, we've got a update on privacy coin Loki, Pundi X, which is a point of sale crypto system, a bunch of different stuff, ontology, traditional market reports. You can go and take a look at all those, download them, read them to your heart's content, educate yourself, get more savvy on the market. Additionally, you would be able to register free for the Slack Lounge right here, and that is a very active community full of, like I said, we've got 2 full-time TAs. We've got a bunch of people that are active traders in there. Here, let me just pull it up. I've actually got Slack on my phone. This is probably going to be useless to show, but let's see here. We've got it all broken down. So Amal, the one who wrote this report right here, has regular updates. He does almost every day. In fact, pretty much every day he gets in and does a full TA, and he's far more in-depth than me. And, you know, like I said, you can just carry it around in your pocket and scroll through and interact with other people that are trading. You would have access to myself, to Sam, to Sneh, to Amal, to Jordan. In fact, another advantage to Advantage members is we do private webinars. Jordan and I will be doing one this week for the Moon Lounge members specifically. So it's kind of like a more intense version of this, where we'll break down into more detail why we like different indicators and things like that, and tell you a little bit more about our strategy as we try to be successful traders. And it's pretty powerful stuff, and I think, you know, it continues to help me sharpen my skills. So if you are looking to try your hand at this, get better at this, then I recommend you take a peek. It's free. What have you got to lose? Anyway, all right, let's get back to what I was talking about here. Yeah, it's going to go back up for a short term, then back down. Kyle, yeah, that's what I think too. I think Bitcoin's got some downward action to go. I don't think we're going to crash again. You know, who knows? I mean, there's been a lot of positive market sentiment, so I'm not afraid of us crashing down to the 6K mark anytime again soon. But I definitely think we're probably going to retest that 88. So if you are looking to acquire on the way down, set your buys accordingly. And if you're looking to protect your investment in the meantime, set your stop loss accordingly. All right. It would be great if you upvote on Steemit for Moon Lounge. Yeah, I will, for sure. Yeah, man, of course. You guys support us as being a Moon Lounge member. Of course, will go. I will go upvote it. In fact, if you would do me a favor and just DM me in the Slack Lounge, Sakib, I believe is how you say that. Just DM me in the Slack Lounge, and I'll blast it out. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. Thank you for your support. We love having you in the Moon Lounge. All right, how many mining dividend coins have been successful? If so, which ones? It's a good question. I know of a few that are coming out that are going to be paying dividends. Doesn't Genesis Vision? No, it's not dividends. Oh, you're talking about specifically mining dividends. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't mine, so I don't cloud mine. I don't own. I live in California where it's way too expensive for electricity to make any sense to even try to set up a mining rig. So yeah, I don't know anything about mining, and I don't know much about mining coins as a result. They just haven't been a focus of mine. All right. Well, what up? What else? All right. Well, let's see what else. Let's take a look. Anybody else want me to? Nobody's trying to jump on the Tron train today. Nobody's screaming EOS. What do we want to look at? I did say where would I set a stop loss on Litecoin. Let's jump on over. Actually, Litecoin. If I wasn't already a bag holder, Litecoin might be looking like a buy right now. Start to show a little bit of increasing volume, bull volume on the hourly. Looking steady on the larger intervals. What about, let's see, look on the 30. Yeah, increasing on the 30, increasing on the 15. A lot of indecision there. Yeah, well, I will say this. I'd be looking. This would be an opportunity. I'd be saying, yeah, if this would be a tight stop loss set for me right here. We're looking at LTC versus Bitcoin, and again, I honestly think this is kind of a pointless arbitrage sort of deal. I guess it's technically not arbitrage. It's a pointless trade because if I zoom in on Bitcoin, it's going to look almost exactly the same right now. But yeah, so I don't think trading Litecoin versus Bitcoin makes a lot of sense, but trading Litecoin versus USD perhaps. But anyway, it's a pretty good amount of support / resistance. A lot of indecision, but I do like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think Litecoin might be a buy. I might set a buy at like for a swing. Like 17, 18. With a target exit at 1734 for just a quick swing. Let's see if it has the same amount to go. Let's see if that even makes sense. Let's look at that. On a, whoops, that is a fan, and I don't want a fan. Oh, please. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Buy 1716 to 1720. Targeted exit 1730 to, if you want to get greedy, 1738 for a short swing. Yeah, and it looks like it's about to come down a little bit right now. All right. Why I keep trying to move this chat. I don't know why this. There's the chat. Just want to move it. Why won't it let me? Oh, there we go. Cool. All right. Yeah. Sorry, it was just bothering me because I couldn't move it. MACD. Then daily. Okay. Let's look at it. Whoa. Way too blown up. And this fib's got to go. On the daily. I don't trade. I don't trade on the daily a lot myself because I don't have the patience for it. I trade within a day. I'm usually in and out. That's why I'm like literally a day trader. Swing traders occasionally, but I'm too ADD of a trader. I get in and out of positions and try to make little short scalps. That's what I've grown accustomed to. So that's where my skill lies as it is. But let's take a look. Yeah, that's looking terrible. that's looking terrible on the daily and the 4 hour. Yeah, and look at that. That's starting to curl right now. Like I said, I think it's going to come down. But I mean, guys, again, it's Bitcoin, right? I think Bitcoin's going to come down, and so I think everything's going to come down. I think that's just the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beastie. We know it. People want to try to deny it, pretend it isn't this way, but it is this way. It just is. But we're back in that sweet buy range for where I like Bitcoin, you know, after this run up. And again, I think long term we're still going to be in an upward momentum. We've got a lot of big time investors, legit ones like Tim Draper is super bullish on crypto, and you know, I don't really care what a bunch of people that are this old have to say about crypto, right? Everybody, you know, Warren Buffett and what's this guy? Like, what does this guy know about current times? Tell me this. How in touch does that guy look to you with what the future holds? I'm not trying to be ageist and rude, but I'm just saying, like, there comes a certain point where the world changes a little bit faster than the person. And I'm just going to guess. Also, you know, these guys FUD all the time. They've got a stupid amount of money tied up and they have a vested interest in fiat and in the stock market continuing to maintain dominance, and they see the crypto markets as a threat to what they do. So of course they're gonna smack talk it, right? Like that, it just goes without saying. It's crazy. Anyway, Hollow. Let's take a look at Hollow. Hollow. I don't see it. What? Where does it trade? Did somebody ask me this yesterday? Are you guys secretly getting free advertising from me because I talk about it? Hollow. I could have sworn somebody asked me about this yesterday. Excuse me. Yeah, let's talk about the beast ontology, because at least I know I can chart that one. God, ontology's been a monster lately, right? That's what happens when you promise to solve the scaling issues that are present with Neo and basically take their code and run with it. Yeah, Charlie Munger. Thanks. I knew that was his name. I just could not. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Couldn't think about it. But exactly. Like, come on. Oh, are you gonna take advice about the future from somebody who doesn't have much future left? That's all I have to say about it. he he's trying to maintain exactly what position he has for the rest of the days that he has, however many there are. My question is, when you have that much money and that relatively little time left, why not try to get involved in the market? Like what would it even hurt him to put $1 million in, right? Like, this pocket change for guys like that, just to see. I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. But yeah, Fuddy Fudd, Elmer Fudd. Ontology. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that, guys. Ontology is looking like it is in my buy range. Yes. In fact, I'll not even go on that one huge wick, even though that is improper TA. And it's already, yeah, it's definitely in my buy range then. And it's, well, it's about to drop below my buy range there. Ooh, yeah, this is one I'm going to keep an eye on. I think it's going to come down some more. Yep, I would say definitely just, I'm looking at the 1 hour here, 2 hour, 4 hour. Well, it's been super run up. I mean, God, it's been a beast that just won't quit. Yeah. I think long term, ultimately, I would be waiting. I'm talking about it's in my buy range from this last little breakout, but I think long term, ultimately, I don't know. Maybe put a buy order. Maybe I'd put one in around 8,000, 8,100 sats just to see what happens. I don't know. It's one that I don't know that it's ever coming down that low. So I think maybe it makes more sense to look at this type of a play. In fact, even if we want to go back to the well, geez, I mean, if we really want to, we'd just go back to the very beginning of the breakout. If we're looking long term, we probably ought to make these bigger candles if we're going to look this long. God, it's an animal, huh? So yeah, I would say right now, I would put in buys 85. What is that? Sorry. I'd put one in at 88.20, 85.28, anywhere all the way down to like 8, right? I'd ladder some buys in there because I think it's going to come down, and ultimately I think Ontology is going to keep going up, but if the rest of the market is poised to take a little dip because of the FUD, then why not acquire a little bit? Alternatively, if you've been holding and if you've been enjoying this entire run up, I would have said a profit take target. Well, depends. I don't know if I'd be taking any profit unless I was holding from back here. Yeah, but yeah, again, if you bought back here, or if you bought anywhere back here, I'd be setting my stops at those levels. I'd be setting my stop at like 87, maybe a little below 86.50. All right. Time to buy EOS. We'll see. Wait, this is Ontology, right? Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Is it time to buy EOS on Binance? One of these days, I'm gonna go in and have this all separated out ahead of time. One of these days, I swear down. No. Oh, look at that. I'm just trying to adjust this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Why is this so weird looking? What's going on here? Hold please, guys. Hey, pal. There. Much better. All right. I mean, if you're looking to pick some EOS up, it looks like it's actually got a little bit further down to go. Look at that on the hourly. Starting to get a wider gap here on the moving average. Histogram still up. Look at that. You can see it moving as I'm looking at it here. And yeah, that's just confirming on the smaller intervals. Again, that 5 minute doesn't, it's pretty irrelevant. Pretty irrelevant on the 5 minute. Yeah, I think it's got more to come down. I would set some buys around 18, between 18 and 18.2. And if you already holding, I'd set a stop. Ooh, I don't know. That's tough. You can get stopped out on this one. Easy. Yeah, maybe set your stop at like 17.5, 17, yeah, 17.5, 17.6. Yeah. Time to get in Stellar. Let's take a look. I know I was looking at Stellar yesterday, and right now my brain is not working well enough to remind me how well it was doing. Excuse me. Ooh, that is looking pretty good though, huh? I don't, why? Ugly, boring. I want my blacklight colors. Whoa. Good God, come on, guys. I'm better than this, aren't I? Hopefully. All right. There we go. On the daily. Boy, yeah. Yeah, guys. That's right. Again, right in my buy range. I believe it looks like it's going to come down a little bit further, but look at that. Yeah, I mean, if the RSI taps off or gets below at all this 30 mark, yeah, I mean, look, it looks like, yeah, it's dipping for sure. 30 minutes already crossed. 15's already crossed. Yeah, I think it's got more to come down, but I would, yeah, I mean, Stellar. So here's what I would do. If this is one that and again, a Stellar is one that I do hold a nice bag of. So this is one that I am interested in accumulating more of. So I definitely will be keeping an eye on this myself. I don't know if I'm looking to pick up anymore right now, but if I was, I would be, yeah, I would actually start putting in my buys anywhere in here. Because I think it has more to go down, I would say start at like 38.8 and all the way into like 36. Although if it gets down to, if it gets all the way down to, actually I take that back, if it gets down to 36, it's probably gonna tank pretty hard. But let's look at that like historically. Dollar's performed really well this year overall, hasn't it? I mean, look at that. From all-time high back in December till now. It's maintained remarkably well considering how much the market has taken a beating in that time frame. Yeah, historically, I mean, yeah. As far as a long term, it's definitely looking good. RSI is super low. I don't like that MACD. It looks like a bull trap. Yeah, I think it's got some more down to go. So actually, I would say if you're looking as far as like a long term, I would say, yeah, I'll stick with that. So how about this? How about buys between 38.86 and now, with a stop at 33.99. Assuming you're looking to acquire in the long term. But yeah, historically, it's not a bad time to get in on XLM. It's starting to look like it could have been a cup and handle, but no dice. So 1, 2, I don't know. I'd say let's keep an eye on it. I would definitely set, if you do acquire, I would set a targeted exit on that trade at 47.40ish. So yeah, if you accumulate anywhere in here and it starts to run back up, I would exit that trade at like 47. All right. Well, that's that. All right. Well, slow night, guys. Any other questions? Anybody else? Top 5 to get in on the next big dip. Well, I mean, on the next big dip, guys, I think Ontology and EOS are obviously ones to keep an eye on. I think they have a lot of legs possibly going forward. EOS definitely poised to be the next Ethereum, potentially. Ontology, likewise, poised to be the next Neo and solve a lot of the scalability problems that both have. So those are definitely both things I've got my eye on. Loki is one I've been keeping an eye on. Again, it's a privacy focused Ethereum to Monero's Bitcoin. You can read the full report in the Cryptosomniac Advantage, and again, like I said, you can get that for free right now. 14-day trial. Go over to cryptosomniac.com, click in, join the Advantage, and look, there it is right there. Loki privacy coin, full report. So that is one that I am keeping an eye on because, again, I am a fan of privacy coins and I am a fan of Monero specifically, and that is a fork. So there's that. What else? I don't know. BNB, Substratum. is one that I am very interested in. That is effectively, if you guys watch Silicon Valley, that's Pied Piper. That is what they're talking about doing. Substratum is a decentralized internet, and I think, especially if we do really believe in decentralization and maximizing privacy and personal sovereignty, then I think that's the next step towards ensuring that that is a thing, because as net neutrality becomes threatened more and more, having a decentralized internet that no one source can throttle your bandwidth through sounds pretty attractive to me. So Substratum, that's another one I've been keeping my eye on. And yeah, let's see, what else? I don't know. I'm always a big Cardano fan personally. I like IOHK. I like Charles Hoskins. I like what its main goal is, and so I've always been a Cardano fan. Monero and Stellar is one that I keep my eye on. We'll see. Tron has some pullback to do, I think, before I'll look at picking any of it up again. And other than that, I haven't seen any products that are really jumping out at me as super exciting. I'm waiting to see more innovative tech. I see a lot of redundant projects. So yeah, Elastos is that's another one. Yeah, Elastos is a contender. We'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it for me. Oh yeah, I need to give away some crypto. I think I got this dialed this time. So let's see here. Hold up. We'll get this mic out of the way so I can type. Hold on. Random number generator. There we go. All right. So 1 through 3, it'll be 1 for Facebook, 2 for Twitter, 3 for YouTube. I'm gonna do that again. We'll do best 2 out of 3. All right, 2 it is. So what I say, 1 for Facebook, 2 for Twitter. All right, so let's see who retweeted me yesterday. Hey guys, let's pretend I know how to do Twitter. Not, oh, good God. I had 11 retweets. God damn it, I am the worst. I am the worst. Let's see who those retweets are. There we go. Retweeted this. God damn it. I really am, I gotta get this together so I can figure out who retweeted it. All right, so I owe somebody from Facebook and somebody from Twitter, and I will get this figured out. In fact, let me do the one from yesterday, right? So I said Facebook yesterday, and that would have been on Snae's video. Where is Snae's last video? Oh no, it was me. It was me 2 in a row. That's right. I've been on 2 in a row. That's right now. All right, we'll do it on this one. You can say. And then I have
Hello,
1,
everyone.
2, 3,
Hello,
4,
everyone.
5, 6, 7.
Good. Boom. Start.
All right, I have
All right.
7 comments on Facebook. So 1 through 7. All right, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna do this 3 times. Okay, and it's number 1. So Eric Martinez, if you were watching, you just won some free crypto. So let me just snip that out. And where's that snipper? God damn it, whatever. All right, Eric Martinez will find you, and we are going to get you some crypto. And that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Sorry, this one wasn't as exciting. Hopefully tomorrow's another green candle day, but it does look like it's got some downward momentum. Set your stop losses accordingly to whatever you have your appetite for a loss tolerance. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's just cut the bananas, cut the shenanigans. Eric Martinez, stay tuned. You're getting some free crypto, and I'll figure it out and figure out who won from Twitter from today's tomorrow. All right, thanks guys. See ya.